Hi everybody, and welcome to this 30-minute kettlebell workout that will work both your strength and your endurance by applying the Norwegian 4x4 training method. And this routine might actually include some exercises that you've never done before, so stay tuned. Now, what is the Norwegian 4x4 training method? The Norwegian 4x4 training method is designed to increase your VO2 max by usually doing some endurance workout like running, cycling, or rowing for that matter. But today we're going to combine it with a kettlebell, and that's going to also build your strength while building that VO2 max. Now, science has shown that if you include the Norwegian 4x4 in your training schedule, your VO2 max can increase by around 13% over a few weeks. So today we're going to test it out by using a kettlebell. Now, how does it work? Well, in the Norwegian 4x4 you do 4 exercises for 4 minutes with 3 minutes rest in between. So you're 4 minutes active, then you have 3 minutes rest, then you're 4 minutes active until you have finished 4 cycles. And now the goal is to get in those 4 minutes of active work to get to around 85 to 95% of your maximum heart rate. So really pushing the boundaries in those 4 minutes to get to your maximum effort. Now, it is important to think about phasing those 4 minutes because you cannot go all out for 4 minutes straight. So you need to find the balance on how you're going to fill those 4 minutes. Now, I'm using a 16 kilo kettlebell, but you can be using any weight that, of course, matches your fitness. So kind of figure out for yourself what weight you can use so that you can do 4 minutes of active hard work without failing. And now let's get into the workout. Now, the first exercise is going to be the kettlebell cleans. And the kettlebell cleans is a hinging movement where you get your kettlebell on your shoulder. Now, what you want is that the kettlebell lands kind of in this area here on your elbow. Now, the difficulty with this movement is that you don't want to bounce too much the kettlebell on your arm because that's going to hurt in the end like this. Like this is going to be painful. So what you want is to swing and kind of get your arm under it like this. So what you do is like that. Second, what you should think about is hinging your hip and not do a squat like this, but hinging your hip backwards and really get that movement from the hip. So what that would look like is like this. And this, you can alter the arms with 5 reps on each side. And then you switch to the other arm. And this for 4 minutes straight. And then you go for a rest of 3 minutes. Now, the second exercise is where it gets really interesting. The second one is kind of a movement that I'm not sure it actually exists, but it's a movement that I really like to do, which is a kind of a kettlebell squat to press. So what you do is you hold your kettlebell in between the legs, like a squat position. You get it up, and while getting up, you get under it with your arms, and also let go of the kettlebell and get your arms, get your fingers here. So what it would look like is this. So squat position, get up and get under it. And then you go into a press. Important is to focus on keeping the core and the back very tight, because after 4 minutes you're gonna get really, really tired. So make sure that your hips, your core, and your abs are contracted while you do it. Now, a variation that you can do is, instead of a squat, do a swing. That will look like this. So swing like this, up. And what I do there is really throwing the kettlebell a bit forward so that I can really swing it under my legs. It looks something like this. So here I'm throwing it a bit forward so that I can really swing it. Now another variation, which is really for the hardcore athletes, is a swing to squat to press variation. That would look something like this. So first you're gonna swing, you catch it in a squat and then press. Really fantastic movement, but very hard to keep it up for 4 minutes straight. So you can try it out and see if you can do it. 4 minutes and then 3 minutes rest. Now moving on to the third exercise, and that is the burpee to squat. So what you do is you do a burpee without a push-up though, in between, with the kettlebell in between you. So you do, and then you land in between the kettlebell with your legs, and then you get the kettlebell up. Now after the prior two exercises, you must already be quite fatigued, so really focus on contracting the abs, the core and the glutes so that you're not getting injured. Now a variation that you can try out, which is a little bit more dangerous, I must say, is never letting go of the kettlebell. So you do your burpee on the kettlebell like this. The risk is though that it can fall over and that you fall with your head on the kettlebell, so really watch out with that one. Now the final exercise of the Norwegian 4x4 with a kettlebell is the classic exercise of all the kettlebell exercises, and that is the kettlebell swing. So similar to the first exercise, you focus on hinging the hip instead of doing a squat, and really make sure that the kettlebell stays close to the body. So not go all the way down like this, but keep it close under your body. 4 minutes and then you're done. Now that was it. I would say go try it out for yourself. I think it's an amazing balance between strength and intensity. So really get that heart rate very high, but really still manageable to get those 4 minutes in. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this Norwegian 4x4 variation, and I'll see you in the next video.